There's an energy of deception around you. This may be something that is in your own energy, like something you're deceiving yourself about, or there may be an energy just around you that you're not seeing clearly. So we're going to dive into this reading and see what this is about. So I'm going to pull a few more oracle cards from that deck to see what this tall tale is about. Spirit, tell me some more about this tall tale that this collective is dealing with. I'm hearing zoom out. So maybe you need a broader perspective, a wider perspective on something. Spirit, give me one more oracle card here. And then we'll pull some tarot. Okay. Okay, sacred reverence. Let me get one more. Like you're holding the key to something here. Spirit saying there's something that you're keeping locked, waking the lion. So maybe this energy inside of you. I was feeling with the first card that deception was actually just something that you're not seeing clearly about yourself. This has been a repeated theme, and if you watch tarot readings regularly, you might notice that you'll get like similar messages from different readers, and they'll go through different phases, and I find the same thing. And I'm connecting with a collective right now who is really being called to step into their power and their confidence. And that seems to be what this message is about. Lions are symbols of confidence, of power, of your own, like recognizing your own royalty. Sacred reverence. And yeah, like that energy of the lion even kind of evokes a feeling of like reverence and awe, right? And this is something that is within you. Like there's a key that you need to find to unlock this in yourself, this confidence, this lion, whatever this lion represents for you, whether it's like seeing yourself as this royalty, or which would go with confidence too, just like recognizing your power and your worth. So let's see in the tarot what is going on, because there's this tall tale here. So it's like you're not seeing something, you are telling yourself a story maybe. So let's see what else this could be about. Okay, Spirit, show me this collective's current energy. Wow, okay. The Fool and the Ace of Wands. Wow, you have this brand new path in front of you, and it's like the coast is clear. I'm hearing like all the obstacles have been removed, and it's smooth sailing moving forward. So that's where your current energy is. So let's get a little bit more and see why there would be a tall tale involved with this. Like, I think Spirit's saying, like, this is the path that's in front of you. You don't realize that maybe you've stepped onto this new timeline, or you're about to. See how he's like on the edge? He's on the precipice of this cliff, and you're about to step off this cliff and just be moving straight ahead. The Eight of Wands is like, there's no people on this card. There's no objects. It's just nothing is in your way. But you might be telling yourself a story that you're stuck. Things aren't moving, and it may have been that way up until this point, but that's all getting ready to change. Now we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. So this is another really fast moving energy. This is like swift change coming in is what I'm hearing. I feel like the Spirit wants you to, it's not like someone coming in to save you. This is you embodying this energy and this power, and you taking charge of your own life and seeing that the way has been made clear for you. Wow, the Ten of Swords and Strength just fell out. So the Ten of Swords is an ending. But the thing with the Ten of Swords is this is the lowest point that this fellow has hit, right? So this is like the rock bottom card, but the yellow in the background, and I love that it came out with the Strength with this yellow here in the background. This is the sun rising. This is the what's that saying? The darkness before the dawn. And this is like that dawn, and it's just around the corner. With Strength, this is patience. This is your strength. This is the lion. Look, we got another lion here. Like, I'm not even picking that up right away. There's just so many messages coming through right now. And the main thing that Spirit wants you to know is that you have done this. Like, you are your own savior. You've been working. I can just feel that you've been working so hard to make progress, to clear out negativity, to clear out limiting beliefs. Like, you've done all the shadow work. It's like I'm tapping into somebody that knows that it's all you, and that you create your reality, and you've been working really hard to make your future something that you want to call into your life. And you've had this like fierce determination. And yeah, I mean, this is what's coming in, and you're leaving the hard, difficult times behind you and stepping into this confidence and this courage. Let me just sit with this for a minute and see what comes through. Yeah, like, really, I just feel like the obstacles are so clear. The way has been made clear for you. And you have the strength to get back up. Like, this Ten of Swords means that you've had all of these swords in your back. These are all the challenges and obstacles that have weighed you down, but not kept you down, is what I'm hearing. And you have this strength to rise back up. And this is your own inner strength. And I'm also drawn to this crown on her head. So there's something here about like recognizing this royalty within you. And we all have that within us, right? Just your connection to divinity, that is your divine birthright. And you're now starting to see that that is who you truly are, is like you're this divine being who has come here to have amazing experiences, and they're good, they're bad, and you're not judging them anymore. I mean, this is just something I'm channeling now. You're no longer judging everything that you've gone through, these painful situations that you've overcome. They've made you into this lion. They've made you stronger, and you have this sacred reverence. I was going to say appreciation, and then I was drawn to this card again. You have this sacred reverence for your path and everything that you've been through, and you're not letting it keep you down. All it's done is awoken this lion that is within you. So Spirit, tell me about this tall tale. Why is this a tall tale card being here? Why is the tall tale here? Ooh, the Emperor. Wow. We have a lot of fire energy here. You may have someone in your life that represents this Emperor energy. The Emperor can be authority, just some kind of figure in your life that maybe has like a controlling influence. Tell me more about this tall tale. Wow. Okay. We're getting death. And then the Two of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles came out together. So let me see here with this tall tale. The Emperor, death, Two of Pentacles, and Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this feels like you standing in your authority. So I'm feeling now with all of these other cards that came out with the Emperor that this is you. You are the lion. You are this emperor. There's so much strength, right? Aries is the zodiac sign associated with the emperor, and it's fire, it's power, it's passion, for yourself and for what you want to create, and you taking back your power. And I'm seeing the rams on this too. We've got the rams and the lions here. Like, those are animals that represent that inner strength and fortitude. And the Ten of Swords and the Death card, they both represent an ending and a rebirth. So this is the rebirth of you coming into your power, into your emperor energy. And this is the tall tale that you have to carry these burdens with you for some reason. That's what's coming through this right here. There may be like a lingering fear, maybe, that you're going to have to carry these stories of like weakness. So this is like the opposite of strength, right? These characters on here, you can see how they're like out in the cold, they're injured. So there's a weakness here. And you may be kind of like waffling back and forth, feeling like you don't really recognize your own strength yet. And I just get this like intuitive sense that you may be almost juggling this energy of the Five of Pentacles a little bit still. Like, I don't know, like maybe I'm not strong enough, I haven't overcome my past, the difficulties. And I'm also hearing like, feeling like you may have to stand alone in this next chapter. And that's making you feel sort of like just left out in the cold, you know, how they're out in the snow, and this represents a church that's there. So that's like the support is there, but you don't quite see it. That might be part of this tall tale also. And it's just having that reverence for, this is where you've been, but that is over now. And you're moving into this brand new positive trajectory. Tell me more about what they need to do to let go of this Five of Pentacles energy. Five of Pentacles can also just be, it's like the limiting beliefs, believing that you don't have the resources that it takes for this new chapter. I'm really getting like weakness with that. Like you maybe are feeling weak, but Spirit's saying everything that you've overcome through this determination has made you stronger. I mean, you wouldn't have two lions in this reading if you didn't have this strength. You just now need to embody that strength. Yeah, so Spirit, what can they do to embody this strength? What do they need to do? Seven of Swords. Here's more of that like deception kind of energy. You're not believing you're strong when you are. You've juggled so much. You've carried so much. You've carried others. I was going to say that before, but it's coming through again because I didn't say it. So there must be something for some of you here where you feel like you've almost had to like carry whatever these people on this card represent. It's almost like you've had to carry others. So some of you, part of your challenges and like the pain that you've suffered has been because you've carried the weight of other people's burdens yourself. And maybe you're telling yourself a tale, you know, the tall tale, that you have to do that. That if you don't, who will? So I'm getting this whole like download about you're not responsible for carrying people who aren't willing to help themselves, right? There's this church here in this background. It's not all on you to carry other people across the finish line, I'm hearing. that's just something that you're telling yourself, and Spirit wants you to let go of that. We're getting the Hanged Man. So that's seeing something from a new perspective. Tell yourself a different story, or at least open yourself up to the possibility of there being a different story, a different way of looking at this situation. So whether this is you looking at yourself from a different perspective and seeing that you are strong, that you can move into this next chapter with the strength of a lion, the courage of a lion. And for those of you where there's a storyline about carrying others and like the burden of responsibilities for others who aren't helping themselves, try to see that story from a different perspective. And then the Nine of Pentacles came out with that. So the Nine of Pentacles is someone that stands on their own 2 feet. And Spirit is calling you to do that for yourself, to stand on your own 2 feet and see your strength. But also, if you are carrying the weight for others, this Five of Pentacles, Spirit is saying they need to learn how to stand on their own 2 feet. And that probably, I picked that up reversed for a reason, because yeah, it's like just the message about you not carrying everything and doing everything, doing the hard work for others. They need to learn to stand on their own 2 feet. It's like having this sacred reverence for the process. And this can be really, really hard when it's people that we love and care very deeply for. We don't want to see them suffer, but it's something about like having reverence for the process, and letting people learn like from their mistakes. Because if you come in as this like knight in shining armor, this is kind of like a layered message here. This knight in shining armor is also somebody that sometimes comes to the rescue. And if you do that and you rescue people and you don't let them like learn from their mistakes, and not in a way that's going to put them in any kind of, real danger, but just letting people sometimes learn to take care of their own needs and not rushing in to save them. Again, it's having reverence for the process, and the process that each of us have to go through in life. It's the lessons that we each have to learn that help us grow and that help us become stronger. You are helping those people find their inner strength, their inner lion. They are not going to find this in them, and you need this in order to deal with life. And if that person doesn't ever find their own source of courage and confidence because somebody is always rushing in to save them, they're never going to develop this. That's one of the greatest gifts of the Ten of Swords. And see how he has his fingers crossed there? That's a sign of it being a blessing in disguise. These 10 swords are a blessing in disguise, because those trials and those tribulations are what helps a person become stronger. It helps a person find their own courage, strength, resolve, resilience. Nine of Pentacles is also resilience, and being able to stand on your own 2 feet. And that is the greatest gift of difficulties. So this kind of turned into a little bit of a different reading from where it began, but I feel like there are a couple different collectives here. So this is about either you standing in your own power or allowing those around you to find that power within themselves by handling this Five of Pentacles in a way that doesn't involve you coming in to their rescue. All right, I'm going to leave that message here. I hope it resonated with you. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm trying to build this community of light workers here on YouTube, and I would love to invite you to join my channel, and I look forward to getting to know you, and I'll see you really soon. Sending you so much love.